All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the second half of a Monday broadcast on the show. I am now worshiping at the Church of Reverse Sear Ribeye Steak. What? First time I ever heard of a process called reverse sear. It was Nick in the arena. That's one of the things we talk about from time to time during our pre-hockey game meetings, which usually last about 4 minutes. Put in a reverse sear on a steak. I'd never done it until this weekend. I saw a video from one of my favorite people that I follow on Facebook, Dano, which I'll show you that in a second because he's just awesome. I just love this guy. His story is fantastic. He was a bartender, and he made up a seasoning blend, and he had this chicken recipe, and it's very simple. And while at the bar, he cooked up some of these chicken pieces with the seasoning on it, and he fed it to one of the patrons. Said, "It's the greatest fucking thing ever." The fucker started making the seasoning, literally putting whatever he puts for the seasoning into a bucket, blending it with one of those things you put on at the end of a drill that mixes it all up. You might use it to mix paint. Of course, it was not didn't have paint on it or anything. It wasn't used ever for paint. It was only used to mix the seasoning. He'd mix it. He'd put it in bottles. He'd slap labels on it. And then he'd travel to various fairs throughout the area. And that's how he sold his product. Now he sells it all online, and he's a goddamn gazillionaire. That's Dan O. I said to Pooh Bear, I go, it's Valentine's Day. How do you feel about no gifts? She says, I feel good. I go, how do you feel about an amazing recipe that I can make for you? She said, I feel good. I love that. I go, I will make you this ribeye steak that I saw Dano make. And he reverse sears it. I had already purchased two of the things that you need to make this appropriate. One is a bottle of coconut aminos, which I'd never heard of. I don't know what the fuck that is. And the other is this seasoning blend that this guy sells. I had purchased them weeks ago. Let's make the steak. I made that with the special potato dish. So literally steak and potatoes. Made her a nice salad. I made her the salad. I gave her the salad. She ate the salad. Steak was finishing up. Potatoes are finishing up. I played all the food. I slide it over. I go, Happy Valentine's Day. I love you forever. And boy, she was silent. She didn't speak because she was enjoying the food so much. She goes, this is what women want. They don't want flowers. She goes, anybody can get me flowers. We don't want chocolate. We want this. And, you know, the time that went in, the planning, she goes, that's all part of it. You earn Pooh Bear points with that. That's why I've been married for 80 years. And it was spectacular. It was so damn good. By the way, when I went in to get the steaks, Meijer's got some pretty good steaks, by the way. I know it's Meijer, but they're constantly putting new food out there. Some great comments. Cole writes, she couldn't talk. Her mouth was full of meat. Alan says, did you get anal? Nick says, I'm surprised she could eat that with the recent gallbladder removal. Maureen says, wow, I'm impressed, Easy. I got the boat show and free koozie cup for Valentine's Day. Hey, if that's what you wanted, I'm there for it. When I walked into Meijer, this is actually on Valentine's Day, Saturday. First thing I see is guy walking away from that display with the flowers for sale. And I saw probably 10 dudes getting the flowers and the candy. Not a damn thing wrong with that. Really isn't. I just find it ridiculous, though, for any guy to assume that anybody would want that. Who is the asshole that said on Valentine's Day she needs a card, she needs a box of chocolates, and she needs flowers? I'm guessing that if you anonymously had 10 women say what type of anything would they want on Valentine's Day, I guess I would bet that none of them would say that. I'm not sure what they would say, but none of them would say chocolate or, oh, a card. You know? Maureen said that is not what she wanted. So, okay, happy Valentine's Day. Maureen says, I would rather have flowers for no reason than for a Hallmark holiday. Oh, yeah. So if like on any day of the week, you suddenly were given a nice set of flowers, that I mean, out of the blue like that, you're right. I think that would work. Nick says Valentine's Day chocolates suck. Don't even taste good. No, you can't get those garbage ones in the heart-shaped box. You got to go and buy some Lindors. You know? Alan says that the kids and I did homemade chocolate dipped strawberries, and that worked out well for me. Oh, I see what you mean there. I know what you're saying. Yeah, you get the kids involved. That's a winner, too. I don't think that's I think that's an outstanding. Plus, it's your effort, you know? You had to buy all the shit. You had to get the kids kind of up to speed on how this worked. So I went with the steak and potatoes. This is Dano. I'm going to sell this for Dano right now. If you have not done the reverse sear, this is 2 minutes of your time. Again, I don't know what the coconut aminos do, but he's going to tell you to use it.
All right, my friends, I got a bone-in ribeye. Today, I'm going to try something I've never tried before. We're going to marinate it with coconut aminos, and then we're going to top it with Dano's Primo. We're going to see how this turns out. This has been sitting out for about 30 minutes, so you want to get the room temperature. Now I'm going to poke some holes with my fork. Now I'm simply going to take that steak and throw it in a Ziploc bag. Now we're just going to kind of move it around, use your hands a little bit, and let it sit for only about 5 minutes. I think that's all we're going to need because it's super potent. And it's seriously only been 5 minutes, you guys. That's all you need when you use coconut aminos. Look at that. It just soaked it right up. Now let me show you how we're going to season it. I still don't know
what they are and why are they called coconut aminos. The only time I've ever heard amino is amino acid and proteins.
This thing with the Dano's Primo.
Okay, so this is the guy selling his stuff. Now you're seeing this, him put the ingredients on, and he's describing what is inside of the ingredient pack.
Primo.
for the spices.
I'm telling you what, you can sprinkle generously because it's not packed full of salt. It's the right amount of salt. We're just going to give it a heavy sprinkle, give it a flip, do it again. Now we go into a 400-degree oven. While that's finishing getting up the temperature, let's go on and heat up our cast iron. So now we got our cast
I was
iron
reading
hot.
that a lot of people who do reverse sear put the oven at like 250 degrees and they put the food in there for 20, 25 minutes. You don't need to do that nearly as long. 10 minutes in the oven, and I had 125 degrees internal temp.
Iron hot. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, how long did you keep it in a 400-degree oven? And that's too long, or that's too high of a temperature in 400 degrees. Well, I got it to temperature. It's at internal 125 right in the center. So now we're going to go into our hot cast iron. What you need, a little oil.
You want to go with avocado or grapeseed oil.
Just like that.
High temp oil.
Maybe a little more Primo right there on top. And now let's sear it.
By the way, when I did this, the oil splattered everywhere. Holy fuck.
Not going to waste that. Put that right back in there. It's been about 1 minute. Give it a flip.
Mine looked just like this.
Look at that. We're going to let it sit for a good 10 minutes. It's time. Cut right through the middle.
Look at this.
Look at that, my friends. I didn't do anything to tenderize this.
Dude.
Let's talk about life for a minute. You live your whole life telling people stories about the best things you ever did in life. I'm telling you right now, coconut aminos and Dano's Primo on a steak might be one of the best things I've ever had in my life. And I'm going to be telling everybody about it. Yum, yum, get you some.
Yum, yum, get you some. That's my boy, Dano. I love this dude. And when he started selling his shit, then COVID hit, so then he's got no money. He starts doing the videos, and now he's a fucking multimillionaire. Rebecca says that coconut aminos are made of fermented coconut palm sap, lower sodium alternative to soy sauce. Maureen says, ew, I like my meat cooked till there's no red or pink. Okay, you're going to keep that in your oven until you get to that temperature. 125 is medium rare to rare. Chris says, that didn't sound like Maureen. Ew! I like my meat cooked till there's no red or pink. Why? Why do you like that? That is shoe leather, you idiot. Who the fuck likes well-done steak? What kind of asshole eats a steak well done? Ugh. That is horrible. Anyway. Tova says, same person who puts ketchup on their steak. I hope that's not her either. So that steak looked amazing. And what the best part about that is you can make when I bit into it, the spice mixture, whatever that is, and the aminos, it actually, the flavoring was not only of medium rare steak, and super tender, but it had a hint of heat on the back of my throat and a hint of sweetness somehow. And I don't know if that came from the spices or from the coconut aminos or the blending of the two. I'm not sure, but it was an outstanding flavor. So much so that we've been eating leftovers for fucking 2 days. Okay. Alan says that cow didn't get unalive to be cooked well done. Yeah, if you eat steak well done, hell, even if you eat steak medium, don't eat steak. Get the hell out of here with that. Now, I'm going to include that recipe in the show notes of this very audio podcast. In fact, I'll even throw it up so you can see it on the Twitch stream. Some of you actually do when I post them in the chat. Take advantage of that. As evidenced by the thousands of T-shirts that have just been flying off the shelves. I tell you what, so many T-shirts have been printed off that they're asking me to ease up. It's been just unbelievable, as far as you know. All right, so that I am now bowing down at the Church of Reverse Sear. I don't think I would ever eat a steak any other way than a reverse sear. Was that fantastic? All right. What else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, my God. I had never heard of what a hear me out cake is. Some of you may know that. If you know it, by all means, leave it in the chat. It was, Friday was a Galentine's party, I guess they're known as, for my daughter, Jacqueline. She and her girlfriends get together. And the chicks get together and they, maybe eat, drink, have fun, chit-chat. And then you have a Galentine's Hear Me Out cake. And she shared a picture of the Hear Me Out cake. And I'm going to show you the picture so you can see what the hell I saw. This was my introduction to the Hear Me Out cake. By the way, nobody seems to know what it is yet, what a Hear Me Out cake is. This is what it looked like. Now you can see it there. It looks to be a cake with a bunch of giant tongue depressors or enormous popsicle sticks maybe in it. And on one end goes into the cake and the other end has what looks to be like an image on the end of it. Almost like, she writes, we did a Hear Me Out cake at Galentine's last night. And on the very last person, my friend pulled out the one that's placed front and center. Laughy emojis. Let me know when you see it. This is in our family group text. And Pooh Bear wrote, I see it with laughy emojis. And I said, what is a Hear Me Out cake? This is what it says. A viral TikTok trend, God damn it. A viral TikTok trend where individuals decorate a cake with photo cutouts of their niche, questionable, or fictional celebrity crushes attached to skewers. Participants take turns revealing these surprising Hear Me Out choices by placing them onto the cake, often focusing on cartoon characters or unconventional characters. I'll include this in the show notes of the podcast. But I see Sully from Monsters, Inc. I see the shark guy from, I don't know what animated feature that was. Shark Tales? I don't know. I see a lot of animated deals. I see some guy. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. I definitely know who this guy is. That's me. So one of the gals at the Galentine's Hear Me Out cake, I apparently am on the Hear Me Out cake, and I'm one of these young people's crush. So I'd never heard of the fucking thing. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I said, what is a Hear Me Out cake? Jacqueline informs the group, including Pooh Bear. And she says, so who has a crush on Dad? And Jacqueline says her name is Elizabeth, but we call her Lil Bit. Ha, 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 ha. I was taking this video of Cece when she said it, and you can hear it at the end. I don't have video for you, but I do have sound. This is when the chick is informing everybody.
Great personality, all around 10 out of 10. Jackie's dad.
Jackie's dad. Great personality, all around 10 out of 10.
Great personality, all around 10 out of 10. Jackie's dad.
And lots of giggles. They love me. They love me. And, frankly, this is not unexpected. Easy has felt like he's got mojo and tons of riz for as long as I can remember. Is it her friend that did the ultrasound of your balls? Did that happen? Did I tell you that? I don't recall telling you the story about the ultrasound of my balls. No, I don't think it. No, that's not true. Chris says, "Tune man with a little movement out of the pecker." No, come on now. Rebecca says, "Good thing you like your ladies much older." Oh yeah. I'm not. If it's some 28, 29-year-old, that doesn't interest me. I need old cobweb snatch. That is what makes me go. Besides, that's just gross. My daughter's friends. That's hideous. I can't imagine what Jackie was thinking when that was said. I should probably reach out to her. Because I only was able to get a short bit of the reaction when everybody started cracking up. Hey, Siri, call Tacky on speaker.
Calling Tacky. Mobile on speaker.
Hello?
Are you driving?
Yeah?
Why, you had lunch or something?
Yeah?
You should pack your lunch. You save money that way.
No, I did pack my lunch. I have to go to Cece's follow-up appointment on my lunch.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the Hear Me Out cake with my audience.
I figured.
That was so crazy.
It's funny.
Now, did you see it coming?
No, I was not even paying attention. I was videoing my friend Jill because she was petting Cece, and then she just said it, and it was funny. So
when you said it, you were like, what?
I was cracking up. Everyone was dying laughing. And she was like, she said something like, awesome personality, all around 10 out of 10. Jackie's dad.
Oh, that's so funny. And the fact that she refers to me as Jackie's dad.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know. And I knew you wouldn't know what it was.
No, I'd never heard of such a thing. A Hear Me Out guy. I noticed that all the other people a lot of them were like cartoon characters.
Yeah, that's like the point. It's supposed to be like something that like unconventional that you find attractive. Like a lot of people find like adult Simba attractive or something like that. Or like Hercules or something like that.
And it has to be someone that no one else finds attractive, and that would be me.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
And I was telling them about your picture of you when you were like 18.
Oh, the one that Mom puts on the fridge.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, God. You didn't show that, did you?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I couldn't find it, but...
Oh, so you were looking.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
Oh, my God.
That's a good picture of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
How does somebody say they have a crush on Sully from Monsters, Inc.?
That was mine.
You have a crush on Sully?
He's like just this big, strong, like deep voice guy. My friend Emma put Boots from Dora, and I was like, Emma, he's a child.
I saw one from like Pocahontas, or was that? No, it wasn't Pocahontas. It was the Egyptian Disney thing.
Yeah, the Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then One of them was like a sea urchin from some like Surf's Up penguin movie.
Okay, so sea urchin, shark from Shark Tales.
Yeah.
Sully from Monsters Inc., Egyptian guy, and me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got it.
There's a bunch of others on there, but.
All right. Yep. Okay. Mom was like, I think Mom was, Mom's a jealous little thing. So.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. She didn't say anything, but she strikes me as the type that she would be on the lookout now. Like if she ever came over, she'd be like, "Uh-oh."
It's so funny.
All right. Well.
All right.
That was fun hearing you guys talk about it.
Yes, it was a good time. We have a video of the entire presentation. I'll have to have my friend send it to me.
Okay, you can tell Elizabeth that I will send her one picture a month for $20.
Okay, I will.
Okay, I love you.
All right, love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Everybody always says Jacqueline sounds like her mother. I do not hear that. I have people that say she looks like her mother. She looks just like her. And I don't see that either. Zane playing only dads. Brad Bill Brain Chris says Jackie's friend is going to have a tragic quote unquote accident. Cole says this could be a Freeburg and Hot Wings segment. And then I think it was once. Somebody actually said it was once. I've never heard that. Tyler says that she looks like you, Easy. Now, I've heard that about Madison. Madison and I actually do look alike. She looks much more Armenian than any of my kids. The other kids, you would have no idea that they have Armenian blood in them. Not so with Madison. All right. So when you hear that, I mean, that is the type of thing that if you've been depressed because your dog died, just that little moment like that, it makes you feel good about yourself. You know? That's the type of thing that pulls you out of your funk. So I can honestly say that what has helped pull me out of this deep, deep depression that I've been in, part of it has been the awesomeness of the Hear Me Out cake. I still don't know who this guy is. Does he look familiar? Is this guy the cop from the Village People? This one looks like a character from Ice Age. And then there's that big cow. Fuck. All right. I've been finding myself looking at puppy dogs from the local adoption place. And so because I'm doing that, most people who pays attention to me on this show are thinking that I am literally moments away from adopting a dog. Now, it doesn't matter if I say to you that I will not do that. You're probably more assured in your mind that I will more than I am. As long as you know that I am looking at dogs, you know what's going to happen. I'm always of the mindset that I'm not. But because I've been looking, and I've only been looking at one of the adoption agencies. But whenever you see like a happy, fun 5-6-year-old dog that, I want to be the one that's last picked. That's the one I want. That has been in the shelter for way too long. That's the one that gets me all the time. That's kind of like where Benny was, being that he was going to be put down. God bless him. I still can't believe he's gone. Over the weekend, on Saturday, the mailman delivered Benny's cremains. And that just killed me because in there, in the package was the paw print where they took his paw print and you know, there's that. The actual cremains are there. And I was just right back there, and I immediately just started to sob right in front of Pooh Bear. It was so bad. Now she handles it differently, and I'm not one to ever say anything bad about how a person handles loss. I know how it affects me, and that's all I'm worried about. But she's just standing there, and I'm just like, I can't do it. It's just so bad. So that kind of screwed me up Saturday, but it's gotten to a point where now I found online a place where they can engrave a stone for next to nothing. It's like Temu stone engravings for pets. And it's dirt cheap, and I can get one about 8 inches by 11 inches. And this is all part of planting the ghost garden up north. So I have the remains, the cremains. I'm going to get the stone, and then I'm going to make a little area where the dog used to lay and put the dog in that exact spot in hopes that I can actually get Benny's ghost to emerge. And, and so that is happening. Now, what I want to do is I have the remains. They're in like a bag, a pouch, if you will. I kind of feel weird putting the pouch in the ground and putting the dirt on the pouch. So I'm thinking some type of maybe like that scene in The Big Lebowski in a coffee can. But that's a little fucked up. So it might have to be some type of vessel that's a little bit more appropriate for my dog. Clown of Carnage Nick says, sorry, forgot to tell you the place we use doesn't appear to be in business anymore. No, I think I'm good. Maureen says, why don't you try fostering an animal and the expenses are all paid for by the rescue? Not a bad plan, maybe. The problem with that is it's not a problem. I won't be successful. I'll just end up adopting the dog. Red Bull Brain Chris says lots of pet urns on Amazon. Tyler says Benny, the no longer one-eyed wonder ghost dog. If he comes back, does he have 2 eyes? Man, I tell you what, I am excited about that. There's 2 things I'm excited about. Morel mushrooms and my ghost garden. My dog ghost garden. All right. Hey, you know what? I have not even once touched on some of my amazing sponsors that helps make the world go round for all of us here in the Eric Zane Show podcast household. I mentioned Impact Power Sports earlier, but I haven't yet mentioned the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Thank you so much to them. Buy now, refinance later with Mario. In fact, I want you to give him a call. Let's see. I had his number. I just had it, and then I lost it again. 231-332-6505. If you're thinking about buying a home, reach out to Mario. 231-332-6505. Like I said, buy now, refinance later, but get into the home and start making headway on that. And then when the rates drop, and they will, you refinance it. 231-332-6505 from anywhere in the U.S. Always so appreciative of my friends over at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. 616-532-6600. You can get your car worked on, EV, hybrid, whatever you got. They'll take care of you. They have a free loaner car program. They are awesome. Smack dab right in the middle of Grand Rapids, Michigan, right near where 131 and 44th and 44th Street are, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, Street is called Stafford that they're right off of. More info, including exact location at ervines.com. That is ervines.com. Maureen says, I believe Benny will have 2 eyes when we see him again. Okay, so now let's, if that happens, and I actually have video of a ghostly appearance made by Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Is everybody here going to believe that, or are you going to think that I somehow manipulated the video? You better believe me. That's all I'll say. I don't have the wherewithal or the ingenuity to even begin to understand how to doctor something like that and make it, like a deep fake. I know the rest of the world won't believe me, but you all might. Thank you to Merchant Automotive, online at merchant-automotive.com. If you've got a problem with your Duramax engine or your Allison transmission on your truck, you take it to Merchant Automotive. Irvine says, no, we're working on the cars. The regular cars, regular trucks, gasoline powered. Merchant Automotive, they're going to handle the Duramax and the Allison. They're in Zeeland, Michigan. You can find them at merchant-automotive.com. Also shop online. They've got a number of DIY kits you can use to repair your truck, whatever you need done. They have a kit for it at merchant-automotive.com. All right. I have one of the most Muppety leg breaks to show to you. Some of you may have already seen this online. I posted it on my Facebook. You got guy hits a home run. He's running around the bases, and then his leg breaks in half. That's it. There's nothing more to say about this video. Other than that, he hits a home run, he's rounding first base, and his leg breaks in half. This video has gone around the world several times. I posted it. I just did a screen recording of the original footage. It's been shared like 150 times, and it's been viewed just south of 100,000 times. The video from my page. Which I think I'm breaking some kind of rule by doing that, but I don't give a shit. I always do that. Screenshot it, post it, make it seem like I shot the video. Most people wouldn't admit that, but I do. All right. Some folks who watched it, who are experts in their field, like orthopedic surgeons or whatever, have said that this is proof that this guy has some type of issue with calcium or something. Excuse me. Okay, so number 8 here. Talk about thrill of victory and agony of defeat. My God.
As this one is launched deep left field, Aiden Dill has left the building. And he has given Seton Hall
but he fell.
a 2-run lead, but he has gotten injured.
Oh, my goodness.
If he cannot score, then it'll be a tie game.
Okay, so first of all, that's not true. They just had somebody else round the bases and the run counted. That's a problem. Another problem is this isn't Aiden Dill. It's another guy. He just fucked up, the announcer. But this guy's leg is broke as fuck. You can't really tell right here, but you know he's in bad shape. They're going to show the replay, and when we all see it, that's when the announcers will see it.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor Aiden Dill.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
As he went around, let's see what happened here.
Oh, my goodness. And I said Aiden Dill, but it was Justin Ford.
Okay. So Justin Ford. Not Aiden.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here.
Yes.
Let's see what happened here.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Let's see what happened here.
How the fuck does that happen?
Let's see what happened here.
Oh, my goodness.
God. What a...
I said Aiden Dill, but it was Justin
so
Ford.
Muppety.
9.
That might be in the Muppety Flippity Hall of Fame. Because you had the break, you had the flopping in the air, like those things that you inflate on the side of the road. Wow. That is an all-timer.
Let's see what happened here.
Right? Okay, now here's like, yeah, I'm happy. Okay. Now it's broken. He knows it. Boy, it happened that fast.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so much flip.
I said Aiden Dill, but it was Justin Ford.
Oh.
9. As this.
God damn. Bread Bull Brain Chris says he should have to low crawl around the bases. Yeah, like fucking, remember in that True Hollywood Stories thing, Chappelle? When they all punch Rick James' legs and he's crawling out and he's screaming that they should have never given you N-words money when he fucked up the couch. Ugh. Honestly, I can't. There was a gymnast we aired, some chick who, like, both of her knees broke in half. There have been several that have been just outstanding, but everything about that, the angle, the slow motion, the reaction, the first time they saw it, there's so much work in there. As a truly Hall of Fame moment on Muppety Monday, which is unofficially what we refer to this because it usually happens after the weekend's basketball games. This from another sporting event. Georgia taking on Oklahoma in basketball. And in the background, you'll notice it.
Against a very good Vanderbilt team.
Going on upstairs. See the fire?
Oh, my goodness.
We have a fire. Look at everybody's looking.
Wow. Yeah, Rodney. There is, you can see that. Oh, my goodness.
We got a fire.
There is a fire.
We got a full-blown fire going on right now.
Oh, Rodney is talking about the fire. The fucking popcorn machine.
Popcorn machine, it looks
went
like.
up in
Everybody's
flames.
starting to clear
Everybody
out.
stopped.
You can see
right now,
we got the sprinkler overhead system is working right now. So our officials, they pointed up there.
That's going right now.
Goodness gracious.
Well, you just see the crowd looking up there, and you're like, what's going on?
Everybody is scattered from that area.
Yeah.
The sprinkler system working effectively here. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Well, good catch, partner.
No.
I didn't even notice that. Seems like we have avoided any sort
they
of
got the fucking popcorn machine
literally
put
have
out.
the roof
catastrophic
on fire. The roof's on fire.
My God.
I love Rodney there. Good pickup. Jelly Roll is in the news because it says here he crashed out. And I saw this and I'm like, this is not very Jelly Roll-like. Every time we have ever seen Jelly Roll in the past, he's like happy and sweet and just glad to be there and just so appreciative of life. And I think he, up until this point, has been like one of the most good-natured people that exists. As Rich says, before we get into this clip, that place will smell like burnt popcorn for months. Oh, my God, yes. That's a bad smell, too. So I guess Jelly Roll is here flipping out. He went into a local shoe store, wherever town he lives in, and he was upset because he didn't get like the service he wanted when he went in there. I think he was in there with like his mother or something like that, and he asked for some assistance, and for whatever reason, the employee that was working there did something that he's not happy with. So what does he do? He goes back to his car and he's furious. And he goes live and he lays this shit out. And boy, if you're Jelly Roll, this is not on brand. Okay? I thought that Jelly Roll's life was he weighed like 4,000 pounds and he was in prison for whatever the fuck. I don't know. Only thing I know about Jelly Roll is that he gets out of prison. He's got all sorts of stupid tattoos on his face. And despite the fact that he's got stupid tattoos on his face and he's fucking morbidly obese and about to die, he becomes like one of the biggest names in music today. Then he loses all the weight. He starts hanging around with Sheriff Swanson, Maureen's boyfriend, and Maureen loves Jelly Roll, and Jelly Roll loves everybody, and he's great, and now he's got the beautiful wife. He's skinny. He still looks like shit, but he's happy, and he's never had a bad day in his life since he got out of prison. He is the picture of optimism and happiness. But now Jelly Roll may be kind of like showing his ass. This might be like the real guy. This might be the guy who wound up in prison crashing out here.
I'm so fucking mad right now.
Okay, now that right there, nobody has ever seen Jelly Roll ever like this. We've only had him talking about love and peace and happiness and thankfulness. And to hear,
I'm so fucking mad right now.
Bitching through his teeth, stupid tattoos, stupid beard, fat as fuck still.
I just went to Fleet Feet, a place I bought dozens of pairs of shoes at, and I took my 71-year-old mother there. I watched the store.
That's not that old.
Manager walk up to a young man working the desk and go, "Hey, would you help that sweet old lady over there?" Young man goes, and he points at a guy walking in the door. Younger man. I watched this young fucking cock-sucking cocky prick just kind of shrug her off.
Okay, so he's pissed because, hey, can you help the old lady? And guy says, no, I'm going to go help this guy. We don't know anything other than that. He just saw that, so he's fitting these Legos together to create this, and now here we are. The manager has to, I'm losing my voice, I'm so mad, I just screamed at everybody in the store. The manager so fucking just walks back, grabs another dude. The whole time I'm sitting there thinking, I want to fucking hit this young man with the open hand of the Lord. And I don't know if him choosing to help another patron, I don't know if this adds up. This doesn't fit, in my opinion. Annoying, sure, but what the fuck? Do it. I smile because I don't want mama to see me mad neither, you know? And I'm dealing with it. We get to finish it. I walk my mother outside, and I walk back in the store, and I crawl in that fucking kid's ass. And then the manager has the audacity to fucking tell me, "Sir, could y'all talk about this outside? I don't want my customers hearing it." I said, "Bitch, you need to worry about the customers on the internet hearing this." Oh, no. You don't need to worry about the 3 people in here buying a $180 pair of fucking Hokas hearing it. And one, you wouldn't have to worry about customers knowing what the fuck's going on in this store if you taught some proper etiquette to your motherfucking employees. See, what y'all don't know is God is with me. I don't think he is. I don't think God is interested in this. I am blessed. I am thankful, and I am grateful, and I am full of... We know that. You said what you don't know. But we do know that. You've been telling us that for however many years you've been, unfortunately, seen on camera. Fucking employees. See, what y'all don't know is God is with me. I am blessed. I am thankful, and I am grateful, and I'm... Well, why are you so tense then if you've got all this shit? Why don't you just shrug it off and go about your day? What in the world are you doing? Full of gratitude, because if I was not, I would march back into that store right now. We already did once. And it would look like a scene out of a motherfucking movie. Cosplay Christian, keep playing victim. That's funny. Cosplay Christian, keep playing victim. A motherfucking movie. Cosplay Christian, keep playing victim. Time to put the devil on your lies. Praying all the children, really all the villain. Hollywood women in disguise. Hit this young man with the open hand of the Lord. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. What a psychopath. I don't think anybody has ever seen this before. Piano Finger Banger says this seems fake. I assure you it is not. Showing true colors. Maureen says she laughs. Piano Finger Banger says I've been in there. Great shoe store. You know, the idea that it's AI, that's fantastic because that's what I've said many times. Just say it's AI. When you shit, you need to go ahead or step in shit and admit that stuff. And just say, "Oh my God, yeah, it was AI." Outstanding. That was an excellent crash out on Shoe Store Kid. Oh, my God. All right, I got one more Jelly Roll thing that hey, everybody, so you know, someone else jumped on. He uses the N-word in regular conversation, but he says Jesus sometimes, so it doesn't count. Also, I wonder if he's still beefing with Jason Aldean. Jelly Roll yelling the N-word.
I'm beefing with Aldean because I don't care because you're beefing with Tyler Farr, nigga. I'm not beefing with Tyler Farr. Well, that's what somebody told me, but I can't get you on the phone to tell me otherwise, and they send me a video, and you're on the video like, oh, by the way, Tyler Farr, fuck you too.
Okay. Also, he's pissed off in this too, and he uses the N-word, which I don't. Is this going to come back and bite his ass, or was the tone okay? I don't care because you're beefing with Tyler Farr, nigga. I'm not beefing with Tyler Farr. Well, that's what somebody told me. I know he's not supposed to say that, but I don't. For some reason, the way he used it there, I think he's going to be okay. Almost like it's a question. Or the inflection. I don't know. I know I would never do it. I would never think of doing it. Oh, my God. What's the world coming to? I thought this guy was, like, fantastic. All right, that's Jelly Roll. The story has no buzz. No buzz whatsoever. Can someone please tell me, this was sent along by Man Bun Chris, what is going on with Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan owns some fucking race car and NASCAR. I don't know. And I think his driver won the Daytona 500. Doesn't matter who. The only thing we need to pay attention to in this clip is Michael Jordan here. He got this white hat on. He's the black guy. And there's a child in front of him. And he appears to be molesting the child. You think I'm bullshitting? Watch. Okay, what the fuck just happened? There's no sound of this. He is rubbing the child's anus, and then he's touching the back of the child's leg. Child looks to be about 4, maybe. I'm grossed out by this. That we are watching a crime being committed. Are we not? Holy shit. Alan says he owns a team with Denny Hanlon. Tyler says it's okay because he's Michael Jordan now. If Mr. Pop did it. Yeah, I am not doing that, you fucking idiots. Rich makes a comment. He says he's trying to get the kid to turn around so he can play with his pecker. God, I hope not, you sick fuck. By the way, when I was at the hockey game, one of the neighborhood kids is just so sweet. He usually comes over with mom, and he came over with mom not long ago. And his mom and him were on the porch, and he and his brother and his sister all made sympathy cards after Benny passed away. It was so nice. And She goes, yeah, so-and-so wanted to give you this. And I go, oh, that's so nice. And there was like a bag of treats for my other puppies. And I go, I am, seriously. And I'm crying again. And so that was the end of it. And then yesterday, the NFK is the only one home. And the little guy came over again, and he's walking his dog because he knows I love his dog. And I do. But the problem is he bangs on the door. And the NFK has to answer it. Now, not that great to have him up and around the NFK and opening the door. First of all, Bruce is there. Bruce could very easily get out. All right? So there's that. Then the NFK opens the goddamn door, and Cooper, the kid's dog, runs in the house. Is running around my house playing with Bruce. So then the NFK is like, oh, shit. Tyler says, did he look at the kid and call him the N-word? Who knows? They get the dog out, and everybody's freaking out, and he's probably losing his mind. Mom tells me what happened, and I said, yeah, I would not knock on the door. I would never, ever just knock. If you're going to come over, I need a text ahead of time. There can be no cold calls, period. So, unbelievable. And, just talking about it has me anxious because if Bruce gets out, we're fucked. I think I got to have a conversation with the NFK and says, look, so don't open the door no matter what, because if Bruce gets out, it's a goddamn nightmare. Jesus. Alan says arm flapping to fucking Mars, no doubt. Yeah. Oh, God. This guy. All right. I've got the asshole of the day coming up in just a little bit. If you have a nomination, you can make it here in the chat. I'd be happy to hear it. Thank you to King's Room Barbershop. I went there on Friday, and Andy took one look at my hair, and he goes, what have you been doing to your hair? And I go, well, yeah, I know it's a little shaggy. He goes, no, it's more than that. It's fucked up. Did you cut it yourself? I go, yeah, I did. He goes, yeah, it's not good. Don't do that. He was kind of annoyed. Head over to King's Room Barbershop. They got 3 locations for you to check out. Northland Drive, Caledonia, and at 821 36th Street. Get a haircut from them. Drop the $21, $18 if you're an active or retired veteran, and off you go. Best haircuts in the land at King's Room Barbershop. Get more info at kingsroom.net. My friends at Kuiper Tree Care invite you to bang on their door in West Michigan. If you need any trees removed on your property and have the stumps ground down, maybe some tree trimming, tree risk assessment, storm damage cleanup, they do it all at Kuiper Tree Care. You can find them at KUIPER, KuiperTreeCare.com, 616-828-8225. Thank you to them. And then finally, Frank Fuss at My Policy Shop Insurance. If life changes for you, maybe you're looking at a new job and you start that new job and your insurance doesn't kick in right away, you're going to need a policy, short-term policy. Frank can get you all set up with that. It's real easy. No matter where you are, just reach out, appointmentwithfrank.com, and he will help you. Perhaps you need long-term insurance. Your employer doesn't offer insurance. You're starting up your own business. You're in between jobs. Frank can get you into a health insurance policy for a lot less than you think. Appointmentwithfrank.com. That's appointmentwithfrank.com. I know a couple of you folks just recently reached out to Frank, and that is so fantastic. Thank you. Alan says Maureen and her well-done steak should be asshole of the day. I don't know if I can go that far. And Maureen says with ketchup. She eats it with ketchup. What the fuck is wrong with you? Rich says it could be Michael Jordan, perhaps, but I'm going to go with Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is the asshole of the day for that shit. What a fucking idiot. God damn. He's your asshole of the day, but you are not. I appreciate you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. You are also special to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. for checking out my free podcast. The Patreon is at patreon.com/Eric Zane, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up for 7 days free. I'd love to hang out with you a little later on my Patreon. Till then, have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.